So I'd like to welcome you guys back to day two of this. First off, let me apologize. Yesterday was kind of rambling along. I didn't realize I'd even talk that long. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to talk for 2 minutes. I guess we figured that out. Anyway, for those of you that are new today, hey, Bob. I'm a 70-year-old guy living here in North Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, as a matter of fact. And I've lived a long, good life. And I was thinking yesterday after I did the live stream how funny it is that life repeats itself. Back in 2004, I went to work for a local mortgage company where I had buddies who were working there. And if you'll remember, in 2004, the mortgage refi boom was in full tilt, full go. And there weren't enough hours in the day to do all the paperwork stuff needed to be done. So we were busy. And we were busy. You weren't getting rich, but it was a steady job. It was exciting, fun people, nice office, and we were in the mortgage business. And then about 2008, if you'll remember, the mortgage meltdown happened. And when I say meltdown, I mean it did. We went from just booming this company I worked for to like all that old Clint Eastwood movie, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Nobody. Crickets. So I decided to hang out. I had some savings and stuff. So we fought our way, barely getting by. And then in 2010, I couldn't do it anymore. I was done. There wasn't enough money because we got paid there. You got a little stipend and then a percentage of how good the company did. It's like I said, it was a good deal when it was good, but when it was bad, no good. So then came 5 hard years. I mean, I was trying to figure out what to do. It's 2010 and a half or something. And I think, you know what? I don't want to get back in this same thing. I don't know what I want to do. And I had a friend that called and said, man, have I got an opportunity for you? I said, what is it? He said, be at this place Wednesday night at 8:00 and you'll learn all about it. So I did that. Big auditorium. There's thousands of people there. Great speakers do all this stuff. And I decided before I left, I had $1,000 on my credit card and a bright future. So they're going to teach me how to do all this stuff. Have you heard this before? Then all of a sudden they go, here's your first thing at my first team meeting. Make a list of 100 of your best friends and your family and all that. Okay, you do that. That's good. You want people to know you're in business. And then I want you to call every one of them and invite them to the meeting next Wednesday. Well, I was all excited. I got on the phone calling people. And the first thing they said, well, what is this? And I guess I was the only one that didn't realize, maybe I hadn't ever, because I'd been busy. I didn't know what MLM was. So it was hard getting the people to meetings. Anyway, I tried that hard for like a year. In fact, it was so bad that by the time the next year came around and I'd quit because I hadn't made any money, and all I'd done is spent my $1,000 and $150 a month for an auto ship. People, my friends, wouldn't take my call because they thought I was going to pitch them on some MLM deal. I mean, weight loss, magic water, I mean, all this stuff. So at the end of that 5 years, I mean, I tried blogging, I did a bunch of stuff thinking I was going to be able to do it. And in every case, the learning curve was too hard. It was too hard for other people. Anyway, I wasted 5 years and a lot of money. So by this time, it's 2015. My savings is almost depleted because I'm spending more than I'm making in my get rich quick scheme. So I was scrolling through my phone one day, and I saw a guy's name. He and I used to work together back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I thought, crap, I wonder what he's doing. So I dialed the number. He says, hey, I was talking to my sons about you the other day. We got this little home family company, and we'd like for you to come to work for us. I was telling him that. It must be meant to be. So anyway, I took this job. And since 2015, I've been working for this local family-owned backyard home improvement company, fences, patio covers, that kind of stuff. I mean, it's lightweight stuff, but it was a good job. So I've been doing that since 2015. It's now 2026. 2 years ago, the phone calls coming in started slowing down. And that's not good because that means leads and potential clients are not calling as much. And see, my job was, I had two jobs in this little company. First, I was the estimator. So they would send me out, I'd find out what you wanted, make a drawing, take some pictures, all that kind of stuff, take it back to the office. They'd create a really beautiful digital quote, send it back to the client. And then if you decided to build that, I became your project manager and I would meet the crew there. We'd make sure everything was done. And it was a blast. In fact, it was so much fun that about 2 years into it, I started making YouTube videos that's on this site, as a matter of fact, of our little projects and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. I learned how to use YouTube and I'd never known how to do that before. And so anyway, that's all water's under the bridge. Bottom line is 2 years ago, business started doing this as inflation. And I mean, we're paying $4 a gallon for gas right now. I mean, car insurance is expensive, groceries almost unaffordable, and people are hanging on to their money. Now, back in 2010, I waited too long to go find something else to do. Like I said, I almost lost all my savings. It was hard times. So I wasn't going to do that this time. This time, I went looking again, but I was smarter this time because I'd made all those mistakes before. So now I knew what to look out for and to watch out for. I knew where the warning signals were. Get rich overnight, get rich quick. You don't have to work. None of that happens. And you make $10,000 a month. So I was scrolling YouTube. But I got my notes here so I don't forget and leave nothing out. I was scrolling YouTube one day and just watching goofy videos. I mean, I was watching Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham and How Good the Fever were doing. I was watching Clint Eastwood clips, that kind of stuff. Anyway, up popped this lady, and she started talking about her life and this and that, and it aligned a whole lot with what I'd been through. So I listened, and then she came and said, "Oh, and this is what we're doing." And then my spidey senses went up, like I said yesterday. I thought, oh, this is going to be the pitch. But the pitch never came. All she said was that she had found something that as a grandmother, she's 57 years or whatever she said, well, she's in her mid-50s. As a grandmother, she'd found a way to make a income without having to work for somebody, and it wasn't a bunch of salesy hype, the guy in the Lamborghini in front of the mansion with the jet flying over with his name. Okay, I'm making that part up. Anyway, so she said that if you want to learn more, I'll send you the blueprint, and the blueprint will tell you step by step by step exactly what to do. So this morning when I got up, I clicked it, and they sent me an email. I've seen it. I saw the email, and there's a link in the email to wherever it goes. And so I'm going to look tonight and see what it was. And like I told y'all yesterday, in fact, if you're new today, instead of having to tell a story, I'm going to document this whole journey. So if this is good and I start it, that's what it'll be about. If it's not, I'll tell you, and then we'll go looking for the next thing. So tonight I'm going to watch it. I'll go deep into it, and then I'll report back tomorrow afternoon after lunch. And then I don't know. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's just more BS hype. And before I sign off, if you run across something that's good, put it in the comments because I am looking, and I'll try to help you too. Until then, have a great day. Have a great weekend. It's Memorial Day, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon.